In this Basecamp tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to pull tracks off of your GPS after you've done some riding. And what I've done is I've already connected my GPS. In this case, it's a Nuvi 500. I've connected it to the computer, so Basecamp has recognized it. You'll also notice that if you pull up a regular My Computer window, that you'll see the Garmin listed as a device. And if you drill down to the Garmin folder, you'll see another folder called GPX. And if you drill down further, you'll see a file called current.gpx. So on most Nuvis, most handhelds, there'll be at least one GPX file called current. There may be several others. There may also be files in the archive folder. But for this demonstration, Basecamp is reading in the contents of this file. The quickest way to send a track log to me after a ride is to just take this file and drag it to your Windows desktop and then send it to me as an attachment in an email. But we're going to go through some of the Basecamp features regarding tracks. So you'll see here that the Nuvi 500 is listed as a device. And if I click on the internal storage, it will show me the various track logs that were recorded, in this case last March. And if you notice at the bottom of the window, there are these data filters. The one on the left shows every single waypoint, route, track that's on that GPS. If you click on the waypoints filter next to it, it just shows waypoints. And the next one is routes. In this case, there's a route on the GPS. And then this fourth one here is show tracks. And that will show all the tracks that are part of that file. And you'll see the track showing here in gray on top of this global map. And you'll also notice that when you click on one of these active log segments, you'll see that portion of the track. And so here's a little tiny portion, another segment. And what happens as you are riding, anytime you shut off your GPS, turn the power off, it will start a new track log in many cases, and so you have these multiple segments. So you can double click on one of these and get more detail about it. One interesting thing is the graph. The graph shows the elevation of that track, so you'll see where the elevation was climbing and where you were descending. You can also change this to show speed, and you'll get the speed across that track. You'll notice that this color cannot be changed when the tracks are being viewed right off your GPS. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these tracks to a storage area that Basecamp will keep track for us. So we'll go under the My Collection folder, and we'll right click and we'll create a new list, and we'll call that My Tracks. We'll then go back to the Nuvi 500 storage, and we'll shift click to select all the tracks, and we'll just drag them up to the My Tracks folder and copy them there. We'll then look at the tracks under My Tracks, and again, they're all separate. But one nice thing that we can do now is we can shift click to select them all, right click, and we can join the selected tracks. And it's asking us if we want to delete the original tracks, and I'm going to say yes. So we're only left with one track now, and it's the complete loop that we did. I also still have the default global map being displayed. What you'd like to do is switch this over to your either ATV map or your snowmobile map, and that way you can tell for sure if you've ridden something that's not on the map. So as you zoom in, you can start to see the track overlaid on top of a trail. It's a little bit difficult. If you unselect the track, the trail underneath clearly shows through. And then if you select the track again, you can see it on top. Another thing that you can do now is when you double click on the track in this saved in your own folder, you're now able to change the color. In this case, you can make it a little more visible. You also have some of these other options down here available to you. For example, creating a route from this track, and you still get the graph and a few other features. So that's basically how you combine individual segments and save a track into your own folder. This folder should not go away as long as you don't delete it. So the last step in order to actually get the track to me is to select the track, go to your File menu, Export, Export My Tracks, and it's going to save these somewhere on your computer. You can create a folder where you want to store these. Give it a name if you prefer, and then do a save. And then you're able to go to that area on your computer where all these files are stored, and again you can drag this file to an email attachment and send that to me along with an email for our Maps for Tracks program. And that completes the tracks demonstration.